It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got Javarius Ward, who's been stepping up to the challenges all season, now at 8 interceptions. It's the 49ers and the Cards, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups. And we're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
And as we see the quarterback take the field, Mike, I mean, think back to the game that he's coming off of. Not only did he lead his team to a win, but he broke Norm Van Brocklin's single-game passing record in the process. Mike, that's a record that stood from 1951 all the way up until last week. I'm not sure we're going to see him replicate that type of success in this one, but if he's somehow able to do so, it will easily be the best two-game stretch by an NFL quarterback in league history.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down. Purdy works out of the pistol. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. It's 2nd down. They'll motion over Samuel. Throwing again is Purdy. Buda Baker with the coverage defensively, able to break that one up. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. They motion the slot man left. 3rd down, Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll motion over Samuel. On 2nd down, Purdy. He's got his big tight end. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. Murray on 3rd down. That's going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points slip away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target. Listen, this is the big boy league now. The reality is, you just got...
That is caught by the tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this 1st quarter alone. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Carter on the return. Oh, yeah. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Catch made right side by Wilson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll get that to Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 2-2 what?
On the ground, here's the one-time Seminole. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. And we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason at the end of the night. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll motion over Samuel. To throw on first down is Purdy. That's to his tight end, Kittle. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down. They'll motion over Samuel. 1st and 10. Purdy. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's got another one. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers looking terrific here out of the gate. Already up 21-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense headed back to take over once more. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He runs with it, and they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. They face 2nd down and 7. Murray gonna hand this to Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
He'll try to run for it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. On 1st and 10, Purdy. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So after one, the Niners have the early advantage. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy gonna put it up again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. No signal, and we will not get one. He stopped short, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. On first down, Murray. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A give, running right. It's Connor. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Murray. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Javon Hargrave, the big man, gets in there and takes him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Purdy now on 2nd down. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. That's caught, Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll motion over Samuel. Back to the air again is Purdy. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton. And the Cardinals will take over possession here at the 44.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Connor. And they're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Benson. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll go again with Benson. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Connor. 1st down and more inside the 15. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, after being shut out in the 1st half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. To return is Ricky Pearsall. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, San Francisco.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. That's caught by McCaffrey.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
The home team's offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. They'll throw on 1st down with Murray. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Murray now on 2nd down. He's going to go up top here for McBride. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Murray now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
2-2.
Again, it's Murray. He's going to tuck it and go. Card's going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Murray. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Raiders' kick is good. And the Cardinals cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own
1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we send you to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Jackson Smith-Njigba, a touchdown reception. From there, we head eastward to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Tim Patrick, a touchdown reception. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
First half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Second down, Murray. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes, and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion over Samuel. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowski, to punt. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And they'll bring them down around the 27-yard line. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. An injured player on that one, and it's Nick Bosa. Game stopped as they come to look at the outstanding defender. Here's 2nd and 6.
1-1, 2-2.
A give. Here's Benson. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
1-1.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
Go on. 1-1.
It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him. Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. The Cardinals line up for a punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Niners offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
They'll motion over Samuel. 1st and 10. Purdy. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Slot man in motion left. On 2nd down, Purdy. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy gonna put it up again. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. Back to the air is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow, and the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Again in the air for Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They've come this far. You get the feeling they want more than 3. So here they will go for it on 4th and goal. Now Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On 1st down, the drive begins with Connor. Oh, boy, they got to be careful there. That was dangerously close to a safety and 2 points for the defense. But they do get it at the 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play. The Cardinals lining up for a punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Woo! And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, and set up the offense with a short field. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll look underneath here for McCaffrey. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll motion over Samuel. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
They'll motion a tight end right. 4th down, it's Purdy. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to have a Cards 1st down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point.